Hello YouTube, Freshmaker here, and here is an installment of my Squidward torture series. For this installment, I have decided to review Choir Boys, or do my, of course this is a rant series. Now, in this series specifically, as I discussed, I will be discussing Squidward torture episodes. And now, enough talking, here is to my opinions of Choir Boys. Choir Boys is an example of the writers not letting Squidward have anything. Squidward cannot have anything to himself. So Squidward is set to audition for the Bikini Bottom men's choir. And of course he's auditioning for the lead vocalist. For anyone, that would be a great feat. So Squidward tries, he does his practicing and for his vocals and everything. But another thing that he's doing is he's trying to avoid SpongeBob at all costs. Because Squidward knows that if SpongeBob finds out, he might end up ruining it. Which, not trying to give the episode away if you haven't seen it, we all know where that leads to. So Squidward does everything he can to try to avoid SpongeBob at all costs. Constantly, every time he sees SpongeBob, hiding and doing what he can. Lo and behold, our special, evil, yellow, narcissistic friend finds out about it. And what SpongeBob does is he does it in his best power to try to prove to Squidward that he is just as good as he is to get on the choir. And the only reason SpongeBob wants to do that is so he can be near Squidward, which is another example of his creepy stalker ways. Now, Choir Boys to me, I wish that they just would let Squidward have something. Just anything. Now, to add back what I was saying before I trailed off a little bit there, Squidward, of course, now knowing that SpongeBob knows about it, is doing what anybody would do. Trying to hide from him and get to the audition as fast as possible. But every time Squidward tries to get to the audition, here comes SpongeBob, singing in different genres, trying to prove to Squidward that he can be just as good as he can and get on the choir. Now, Squidward is constantly still trying to avoid him, and gets to the point where he actually ends up going to the men's choir, and from what it seems that his audition has actually gone okay. Everything's going good for Squidward there until who breaks through, being led in like an angel by a sea of jellyfish. SpongeBob, singing like a profound opera singer. Of course, with that signature right face that everybody keeps using as a meme, which is funny. And what happens? The mid choir don't give a crap about Squidward. It soon becomes about everyone's favorite yellow narcissistic friend, and then he ends up getting the part. SpongeBob, realizing that Squidward is sad, basically goes, "Oh." Now, mind you, he already stole Squidward's spotlight on purpose. He sits here and he goes, "Oh, I can't do it without Squidward." And then, of course, what happens in the episode? The episode ends with SpongeBob singing the lead and Squidward looking miserable as crap, turning his pages for him. Now, mind you, SpongeBob couldn't even have the common courtesy to be like, "Squidward, I'm not performing unless Squidward's in the choir. Squidward's got to sing. I wanted to hear Squidward sing." Nothing like that at all. It's basically, SpongeBob doesn't care how Squidward ends up there. He doesn't even mention that Squidward wanted to sing at all in the choir. SpongeBob doesn't even mention that at all. He just says, he doesn't even tell him. It's just like, put Squidward anywhere. I don't care where Squidward goes, as long as I can see his face. I don't care. Although Choir Boys to me is a light example of a Squidward torture porn, it's still torturous because of the fact that SpongeBob didn't let Squidward have anything. SpongeBob went in his own free will and power the entire episode, and just constantly berated him and completely stalked him until he had a chance to do something that Squidward was doing. SpongeBob doesn't care how badly it hurts Squidward as long as his face is there. I hate this episode because of that reason. How SpongeBob won't let Squidward have anything. If SpongeBob's not in it, or if it doesn't involve SpongeBob SquarePants, then no one, and I mean no one, can be happy or have that without SpongeBob's interference. And Choir Boys proved that. Squidward had a dream. He wanted to sing the lead for the Bikini Bottom men's choir, and he was so close to being the lead male vocalist. But then SpongeBob had to barge in and prove he was better than Squidward at something, and then he ended up being it. I think this adds to SpongeBob's creepy stalker notions, where if whatever Squidward has to do, SpongeBob's got to do too. Choir Boys, bad episode because of that notion. I hate the SpongeBob stalker episodes and the SpongeBob creeper episodes where his whole purpose is let me stalk Squidward. That whatever Squidward does, I do. I literally can't stand this episode. You know, Choir Boys to me, one of those episodes where I honestly can't watch it ever again because it's that bad. And it's the stalker tendencies in the episode, and the constantly you can't do it, if I can't do it, you can't do it either type of notion that makes me hate Choir Boys. Alrighty everyone, this is my thoughts on Choir Boys, my semi-review rant on it. Another example of a Squidward torture episode, though it may be lighter than the other ones, but it's still a creepy stalker episode nevertheless. Alrighty everyone, you guys can catch my next episode in the Squidward torture series. Now, this episode here is a very creeper one as well, and that will be Boating Buddies. Alrighty everyone, Fresh Mika out.